I have a handful of things at the tippity top of my head that we have to get to. I want to talk about the dude from Saudi Arabia visiting the White House and the comedy festival that happened in Saudi Arabia. I want to talk about how Bruce Springsteen is not Mr. America. All right. It's actually someone else. And it's just a shame that it's worked out the way that it has. And also Campbell's soup. Let's start there. Campbell's soup. I mean, I had a long night, dude. A long day. And I was able to carry in. My dad helped me. My wife and son carried in some singles. And my father-in-law. But 186 sheets of drywall brought into the house. Now, I thought I was going to have to do it all myself. I didn't have to. But had I needed to, you better believe that I would have. Because if I couldn't have done the doubles, I would have done the singles. And it was a hell of a mission. I mean, it was windy out yesterday. We're talking 55 mile an hour gusts that if I was a smaller man, if I was a thinner man, I would probably have been lifted up and carried away. Carried away in the jet stream. Just floated off. Floated off into space. But that was accomplished. So my forearms aren't any bigger, so I'm a little bit disappointed in that. But hey, it was only one day. What can a guy expect? And dude, yeah, I saw, like, I didn't know if I dreamed it because I'm exhausted. I really am. I'm so looking forward to this Thanksgiving weekend. You have no idea. So many things that I am thankful for. But the CEO of Campbell's soup, he said their soup is for poor people with bioengineered meat. I mean, dude, if this doesn't tank that company, I don't even know what to say. I wouldn't even know if this doesn't tank Campbell's soups and it doesn't just implode into an oblivion where no one even speaks the name again, that we rise up and we storm museums and find the paintings that creepy, weird pervert Andy Warhol painted of the Campbell soup and burn his paintings in the square of America, then we are a doomed people and they can do whatever they want to us. I mean, the first things first, we got to find out where the Campbell soup's painting is. And as we're burning it, just tell people to chill out because this piece of shit is not worth $8 million or $10 million or however. I bet it's an astronomical amount of money. You got to burn them. And then they go, Campbell soup just disappears into oblivion. If people still buy the soup after hearing that the CEO said it's for poor people with bioengineered meat, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, I woke up this morning, I looked at my pantry for something to eat. I saw the Campbell soup we had in there, and I just shuddered with disgust. And it's not even, I don't eat the soup. But my son likes certain kinds of the soup. But now it's, we will never purchase another can again. I will never let anyone that I love and care about eat Campbell's soup. AI, how much is the Andy Warhol Campbell's soup painting worth? It's probably something so stupid, which is even further proof that we have to rise up. Rise up. So Let's see here. So if you ever stumble onto a legit Warhol Campbell soup, and by legit, I mean properly authenticated early era canvas, you'd be looking at tens of millions, possibly 25 to $30 million. And it's not even that cool. And that weird, creepy little pervert is the one that painted it. Why would you ever want stuff from that where he's just in the warehouse and he's like, me, show me your penis. Like, dude, gosh, the creepiest people. We make like the creepiest people legends in this realm of flesh that we live in called Earth. So ditch the Campbells. It's trash. It's garbage. I don't even know what the hell is bioengineered meat. AI, what's bioengineered meat? We got to find out. Bioengineered meat is basically Frankenstein's cousin of your cheeseburger, but likely the friendly Frankenstein. God, I hate AI. I really do. Do you see that? I didn't ask you to be smart, clever, witty. I didn't ask for analogies. I didn't ask for metaphors. And I just want straight answers. I don't want you to say that. The friendly Frankenstein? It's telling me that, listen to this sentence. Bioengineered meat is basically the Frankenstein cousin of your cheeseburger, but like the friendly Frankenstein. So it is telling me, AI is telling me that bioengineered meat products is a friendly Frankenstein, which means it's a monster, but it's nice and I should still eat it, I'm sure. So it's meat that never met a cow, whatever that, or a pig, or any creature with eyeballs that you can look at. What? Let's see. Instead of raising an entire animal, scientists grab a few cells, like a microscopic biopsy, that the animal survives just fine, and then they grow those cells in a giant stainless steel tank. Think of it as a brewery. But instead of IPA, it's making brisket. Are you throwing up yet? Are you doing diarrhea in your pants? Because you should be. The cells multiply because that's what cells do when they're bored and fed well. And eventually you get muscle tissue that looks, cooks, and tastes like meat because it is meat, just made in a lab instead of a pasture. That's what nightmares are made of. So Campbell Soup is growing all their meat in a stainless steel vat, like the warehouse from the first Batman that Jack Nicholson fell in to become the Joker. Throw away your Campbell Soup, guys. I mean, enough is enough. Enough is enough. This world, these corporations, these elites, these billionaires suck. They suck. And they know that they suck. I mean, even the CEO of Campbell's is like, I would never eat that soup. God, whatever. All right, we're going to move on. So I started thinking about how disgusting it is that the crowned prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, went to the White House playing basketball. So here's a guy that is like, that is basically has ties to what we were told is 9/11 and the true story of that. And then all the atrocities and everything that they commit in Saudi Arabia, and invite him into the White House, let him play basketball, get chummy with him, and all this. And a lot of people are upset about it. And they should be. But you know who's not upset about it? You know who's not upset about it and can't say anything about it because they were 100% played. All the comedians that went over there and performed for the Rihod Comedy Festival can't say shit about this. Have you realized that? That like they were played, dude. They got like all the comedians with the biggest influence and the biggest voices and paid them astronomical sums of money to do a comedy show, flew them over there, treated them like they were Saudi princes, dressed them up in bed sheets, put a picnic tablecloth on their head, and probably fanned them with palm branches. And now, then flash forward to just this last week, they invite that same dude. That dude, I looked it up, man. He was the guy that spearheaded the Rihod Comedy Festival. So it's like you got all these people that would have been critical. Like especially I think about Bill Burr. Bill Burr, he's probably caught the most flack out of everyone because he appeared to have principles and had previously gone on rants about how Mariah Carey took $2 million of blood money to, do a birthday party for some dictator. All right. So he does the same, Bill Burr basically did the same thing and people are calling him out on it. But he would have been one that had he not gone and had he had the ability to be able to, in the strength and willpower, to turn down $1.5 million, I believe is what they said he got paid for the show. Then he could have ranted and raved about how, Donald Trump invited the Crown Prince of Saudi, this monster where they torture people and kill journalists and kill the gays by throwing them off buildings and watching them splat. He could have went off, but now he can't. He can't because he said that it was a great thing for their country. That to go over there and do stand-up comedy and that it's progress for the country itself. When in all actuality, it was a setup, dude. They all got paid and bought off, and then for whatever this relationship that is forming between this administration and Saudi Arabia, none of these comics with these massive platforms can say shit about it except Tim Dillon because he got fired and didn't go. So he's the only one that can talk shit about it. No one else can. They got bought off. They didn't even realize it, man. They didn't even realize what was happening. And I'm sure they're smart enough to now be able to figure it out. So sucks for them. That's what 3D chess looks like. They got played and bought off and they didn't even realize that they had. Wild. What a wild thing. I mean, look up, dude. Like, give me the full list of everyone that performed at the comedy festival in Saudi Arabia. This is what we're doing now. These are all the comics that got bought off and didn't even realize that they did. I mean, dude, it's like everyone. Like, no one can say anything about it. And if we and you know what else, real quick, before we go over this list, you know what's absolutely insane is that all the people that are outraged that they played, did a stand-up show and did this comedy festival over there because Saudi Arabia is terrible and they, hate women and wrap them and, cocoon them in bed sheets and they throw the gays off roofs and they torture people and they kill journalists and it's oppressive and all that and they think that it's awful. And they're like, I can't believe you would go over there. But then those same people in the same breath, if you question, like, hey man, I don't think that we should let all these people from that country with that ideology migrate into the U.S., they're like, you racist. It's like, what? You just said that those people are awful, that they're terrible, that their ideology is bad and oppressive, and that we shouldn't go over there and play with them. Play ball with them, play with them, I don't know. And that is terrible, but then you want to invite them into our country to live? I mean, the media, the brainwashing that we have been subjected to is mind-blowing. It's bewildering, dude. To have that big of a contradiction in one's beliefs is just nothing short of, it's wild to behold. It's wild to behold that they were able to do that to our minds. And then you just got to realize what the hell it is that you're saying and put two to do together, and then, realize that, if you're against Saudi Arabia, maybe because of their beliefs and Sharia law and all that, like, we shouldn't have all those people move and migrate into the United States of America. I mean, the amount of comics that cannot call any of this out. Because here's the thing. Why would they pick the comics to do this? Because all of them have podcasts. They have big platforms. I mean, a lot of these, podcasts are the reasons why Trump was elected, making the podcast rounds and all that. So, and then comedians are like, you have to be a truth teller. Like, that's the whole thing. Like the jester back in the old days, he was the only one that could like perform in front of the king and tell the truth and not be killed, because it was hidden in a cloak of comedy. And they silenced all of them. And they didn't even know that they were being silenced. They didn't even know. Bought and paid for, didn't even realize it. Hope they realize it now. Mo Ammar, I don't know that dude. Aziz Ansari, I've never understood how to pronounce his name. I mean, it is madness. Aziz, I don't know. Wayne Brainey, Hannibal Buress, Bill Burr, Jimmy Carr, Dave Chappelle, Louis C.K., Whitney Cummings, Pete Davidson, Chris Distanvo, I don't know, Omid Dajani. I'm skipping the names that don't make sense, and I'm skipping the people that I don't even know. Kevin Hart, Gabriel Iglesias, Joe Coy, Bobby Lee, Sebastian Maniscalco, Sam Morril, Mark Norman, Russell Peters, Jeff Ross, Tom Segura, Ari Spears, Chris Tucker. Did Theo Von perform? And who is the other dude that has the mustache and he had like the Hitler haircut for a while? Why can't I think of his name? All right, so it doesn't look like Theo Von went over there, but I know that what the hell is that dude's name? I can't think of it. Mustache, Hitler haircut. He's got like the panel. Oh, whatever, dude. I'm not going to sit here and do it. It's not going to come to my mind. So that is a wild amount of people that were silenced without realizing that they were silenced. I wonder how that makes them feel. I wonder how they feel about that. I wonder if they realize it. I hope they do. And they can always say just like, screw it. But I don't know what the conditions of the money were. If it was like, yeah, you take this money and perform over here, but you can't talk shit about us ever. I don't know. I wasn't invited. I probably would have went. And then I would have came back and been like, damn it. Didn't see that coming. I probably would have, dude. I probably would have. Oh, jeez. Sucks for them. Yep, and here we are, Thanksgiving. And turkey price up 24%. Suck on that, America. You like that? Huh? You having a hard time living? Want to have a good Thanksgiving dinner? Well, pay up. You can pay your mortgage or your rent or buy a turkey, you dumb son of a bitch. That's literally how I picture our government having a conversation with its people one-on-one. That's how I believe that the conversation would go. There's a new Putin calendar. It's a man for every season. Probably pick up a handful of those and give them to everyone I know for Christmas. For some reason, Trump orders up Rush Hour 4 at Paramount, and they're doing it. I mean, that is insane. That is a wild thing to be done. I mean, could you just shut up for a minute? Could you shut up and take care of these turkey prices? I want to just unload some cuss words. I really try not to cuss that much. And sometimes I do it because it's fun. Sometimes I do it because it just comes out. But the fact that Trump is sitting there, and instead of saying we need to get the price of groceries down, we need to get the price of gas down, we need to make this an economically just not an economic nightmare to live in. He goes, give me Rush Hour 4, damn it. I mean, we got 1, 2, and 3. Where is number 4? And Paramount apparently is like greenlit it. They're like, yeah, dude. Yeah, Mr. President, Rush Hour 4 is on its way. Chris Tucker performed at the Saudi Arabia festival, dude. Maybe that crown prince loves Rush Hour. And when he was visiting Trump, he goes, you know what I'd really like to see? And Trump's like, what? Come over here and sit on my lap. And then he, hikes up his bed skirt, sits on his little lap, and Trump says, Tell Trump Daddy what you want. Tell Daddy what you need. And then the Crown Prince says, I need Rush Hour 4 in my life. It's my favorite movies. When I was growing up, I wore out the VHS on 1 and 2. And then finally got the DVD for number 3. And I just always expected that there would be a number 4, but they never came out with it. And Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, they're getting older, and soon Jackie Chan's not going to be able to do his own stunts because he'll be too old and in a wheelchair from all the broken bones and abuse that he caused his body for our pleasure. So, Mr. President, Mr. Daddy, if you could please tell whoever needs to be told to make another Rush Hour 4, I would be forever grateful. And then they did butterfly kisses. Butterfly kisses. And Trump said, as you wish. And then he scurried off of his lap and went and played with his basketballs. And that's how that happened. And now we have Rush Hour 4. Rush Hour 4 is here. And people couldn't be happier. Shorter days, signs of fatigue. Yeah, dude, Trump is, he's burning both ends, man. He's like limping and stuff. I don't know, dude. At about 79, how he's able to do it, who knows? The long-awaited 50 Cent's Diddy docuseries set for release on Netflix. With the amount of shit that 50 Cent talks about Diddy, this is going to be good. I will be watching it, and I always have my eyes on Diddy. Make sure Trump doesn't let him out. This headline is wild. Did the giant heads of Easter Island once walk? Do me a favor and go to that island if you're one of these people that said that they once walked, and jump off a cliff. I don't know if they actually mean were they alive or whatever they mean by walking, and I'm just not even really going to look into it because I don't care. It's thanks effing giving. And it's time to be thankful. It's time to eat the turkey that you can barely afford with your cranberry sauces and your green bean casseroles and your sweet potatoes and your stuffings. And it's going to be a fantastic time. I wish you a beautiful Thanksgiving. Appreciate you listening. I am very thankful for all the people that listen to this. If you enjoy it, please share it with your friends and family. And yeah, I'm taking tomorrow off. It's Thanksgiving. I'll be back on Friday, 10 a.m. Have a great day and happy Thanksgiving.